Did you know that there is these 7 common mistakes that keeps 99% of women stuck and prevents them from losing their weight and keeping it off forever? The crazy part is, many think trying new diets or changing the current routine will solve their problem. But what they don't realize is, no matter the new fancy method, these same problems will keep coming up until you know how to solve them. In this video, I'll reveal the 7 most common mistakes, and this has been proven right every single time in my career of running the top training department in the most reputable gym chain in North America. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's been keeping you stuck or how to avoid these mistakes in the near future so you can finally lose 25 plus pounds and achieve the body of your dreams once and for all. We'll start with number 1, which are small tweaks that's going to give you quick wins, and leading to number 7, which leads to the biggest breakthroughs. So make sure you stay until the end. Number 1, weekends are not a free pass. Being in a calorie deficit for 2 to 3 days doesn't promise you weight loss, but staying in a calorie deficit for a prolonged period of time, that's what will help you lose weight. If you're still confused about what a calorie deficit is and you're thinking, I don't know what this guy's talking about, well, don't you worry. I'll explain like I'm explaining to a 5-year-old. Calories basically means a unit of energy. When you consume food, you get energy, and your body uses that for performing daily activities. Suppose your body needs 2000 calories, aka 2000 units of energy in order to perform daily activities. So, when you consume 2000 calories, at the end of the day, your body will use those 2000 calories to perform daily activities, and as a result, there will be nothing left over, and that is what we call maintenance calories. Suppose you consume 2500 calories, and keep in mind, your body only needs 2000 calories in order to perform daily activities, and well then, your body has no other option left but for it to store that extra 500 calories, and most of them will be stored as body fat, and that is how you gain weight. Now, here's the fun part. If your body needs 2000 calories in order to perform daily activities and you consume less than that, let's say 1500 calories, you are 500 calories short. In that situation, your body has no other option left but for it to make up that 500 calories from what's already inside your body, and that is how you lose weight. And now you may ask, Dev, where does that 500 calories come from? Well, I'm glad you asked. So think about this. When your body is 500 calories short, your body calls in a meeting with all those important departments, and they assemble in a boardroom facing each other, sitting across the table. And in the meeting, the speaker says, hey everyone, we got a problem. This guy or a girl didn't provide us enough fuel to perform. So we gotta find a solution and come up with the remaining calories. And then the speaker goes around the table and asks each department whether they're ready to provide the remaining calories. Now imagine the speaker goes up to the nervous system and asks them, would you mind sharing some calories from your department? And the nervous system replies, no, what do you mean? I need to run the entire body, and if I don't, the whole body will shut off. So that ended up being a no-go. Then the speaker asks the muscular system, do you have some calories to provide from your department? And the muscle replies, you can use me a bit, but you'll regret that in the future. Plus, this person is going to the gym, so I gotta be here. And the speaker replies, yep, makes sense. So let's move to the next one, which is your body fat. The speaker goes, what are you even doing here? And the body fat replies, nothing, just chilling. And the speaker will be like, well then, you are the one who's providing the calories, and that is how your body takes the remaining 500 calories from your body fat. This is exactly how, if you strength train and consume less than what your body requires, you will start to lose fat. But hold on, this is where it gets messed up. Suppose you gave your body less food and stayed consistent during the weekdays, but went crazy on the weekends. Why? You had friends coming over, there are so many parties happening, and the most common one, since you stayed consistent during the weekdays, you think you earn the food and want to reward yourself over the weekends for doing the work necessary. But what you don't realize is just a few drinks alone can put you out of that deficit, and imagine having all kinds of food just on top of that. I know that's not enough for you. So let me simplify it even more. If your body requires 2000 calories in order to perform daily activities, aka your maintenance calories, and you decide to eat 1800 calories to be in a deficit in order to lose weight, here's what happens. Your weekly maintenance calories is 14,000 calories, which means 14,000 calories per week in order to maintain your current weight. Now, your weekly deficit calories would be 12,600, which also means 12,600 calories per week in order for you to lose weight. And now you want to stay within those 12,600 calories for a prolonged period of time in order to continue losing weight. But when you think of weekends as a free pass and end up consuming these burger, pizza, pasta, and all those incredible foods, you can easily go over your calories and end up in maintenance, or even end up consuming a little too much calories, which will result in you not losing but gaining the weight. If you don't change this habit, you'll forever be stuck in the same loop of saying, I'm trying everything I can, but nothing seems to work. Now, this doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your favorite time with your family and friends over the weekends. Neither I nor any of my clients have ever said no to events, and that is only because we understand that it is all about preparing yourself beforehand, like preloading, post-activity intake, meal customizations, and so much more along those lines. So, if you want the same internal documents that we use to teach our clients how to make the most out of weekends without ever sacrificing the progress, pause this video right now and go to my Instagram, or you can scan this QR code, then message me the word weekend, then my little minions on the back will send it over instantly. And hey, make sure you come back to this video, because if you don't, you're missing out on even more important stuff. The second on the list, not building muscle after the diet, is the biggest disservice you're doing to yourself. Now, if you watched all the videos on the channel and are sick and tired of me repeating myself about building muscle, first off, I love you. Second, it is just because it's the one and only thing you can do if you have at least 1% desire to keep your hard-earned results. As I said, in case something is holding you back from building muscle, let me explain the benefits as I'm explaining to a 5-year-old. Think of a Ferrari and a Honda. If both these cars are racing, which one do you think will win? I think you got the answer. Yes, it's Ferrari. The reason being is Ferrari has a powerful engine which is resulting in a higher performance compared to the Honda. Keeping that in mind, which car do you think needs more fuel? The Ferrari or a Honda? Nice! You got that right again. The Ferrari. Because the higher performance, the higher the fuel consumption. So, why did I say all this? Just to make you understand that the stronger the engine, the better the performance. The better the performance, the higher the fuel consumption. Now imagine if you can make your engine even more stronger. You can have more performance, and at the same time, you can use a lot more energy. Your engine is muscles. Your performance is metabolic rate, which also means your ability to burn calories, and as a result of higher performance, your body will use more calories, and that is how the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. So that being said, if you're not focusing on lifting weights where you can predictably prove that you're getting stronger and building muscle in the gym, and instead focusing on F45, Zumba, Pilates, Orange Theory, and all these group classes, or even worse, running a marathon on the treadmill in order for you to lose weight, don't get me wrong, you will lose weight. But since you're not strength training, your muscle don't have a reason to stay. And as a result, all those weight you're losing will be predominantly your muscle combined with body fat. When you lose muscle, you lose your ability to burn calories. And all of a sudden, when you stop working out, you won't burn much calories as you used to in the past. And as a result, you will gain double the weight back quicker than how you lost it. Now, even if you lift weights and lose weight the right way, you will still lose some muscle tissue, and there is nothing you can do about it. And on top of that, women lose around 3 to 5% of muscle every decade, putting you in higher risk of osteoporosis. So, in order for you to counteract that muscle loss and for you to keep burning calories in order to keep the weight off, you will need to replace that by building muscle. And this is one reason that no one talks about. Imagine the hard work you did in order for you to lose weight. Working out 3 to 4 days a week, watching what you eat, and the sacrifices on top of that. Now, if you don't prime your body to burn the calories for you, in simple terms, if you don't build muscle tissue, you will have to put the same amount of work for the rest of your life in order to keep your hard-earned results. Well, I don't know about you, but if there is a world where I can do less work and still keep my hard-earned results, I'll be like, just sign me up. Because That was the ultimate goal to begin with. Now, let me explain how building muscle can help you in real life scenario. Since muscle is calorically expensive, your body itself burns significant amount of calories without you doing so much hard work. And because of the same reason, your body demands more calories, which means you can eat a lot more food and still be able to burn those extra calories. To make it even simple, suppose if you're going on a vacation and you went crazy on alcohol and all kinds of foods. In the old days, you know that you will lose all your progress and maybe even gain the weight and have to come back, start all over again. But that's not the case if you have a strong foundation of muscle tissue. When you consume extra calories, your body will put those calories into work, which will result in you not losing your progress or even not gaining the weight. And not only that, building muscle is the one and only way for you to get stronger, look way more defined and quote-unquote toned, fit way better in your clothes, and to finally reveal those curves. I know that was a lot of information, but since I love to over-deliver, here's a little cherry on the top. These are some of our clients who have successfully lost the weight and build muscle after the diet. And this is a text one of them sent me after a year of graduating our body transformation program. And mind you, this is from a head nurse who works 12 plus hours and is a mom of a beautiful 3-year-old. So if this still doesn't make you jump off the couch to build muscle, I don't know what will. And if you're not, that is the biggest disservice you're doing to yourself. The third one on the list is being reactive rather than being proactive. As crazy as it may sound, no one knows you better than you know yourself. So if you can't identify the potential roadblocks and do the pre-work necessary in order for you to avoid them, it is like you just drive in a car without a GPS and wondering why you're lost every single time. For example, if you're the person who normally copes with eating whenever you get stressed or emotional, the more snacks you keep in your visibility, the more chance you will end up binging. So in this situation, if you're not being proactive and clearing your whole pantry beforehand, you don't even have the right to be sad when you end up raiding the whole pantry and ruining all your progress. For example, being proactive is trying to avoid the mistakes before they've happened, and being reactive is trying to avoid the mistakes after they've already happened. And there are so many ways you can be proactive and secure your progress. But the crazy fact is, no one else can do it for you. You gotta ask yourself. But you know I love you guys. So here's a pro tip. If you're the person who works full-time and gets a workout in after that, here's a little tweak that we suggested to our clients which led to significant improvement in their workout compliance. Instead of coming home and then going to the gym, try going straight to the gym right after work and solely focus on just getting it done. In that way, you are increasing the chance of you staying consistent and avoiding distractions like cooking a meal, taking a nap before the gym, spending time with your family and friends, and so many more distractions that might get in your way. The fourth one on the list is not knowing your priorities. Life has its seasons. There are easy times and then there are hard times. So if you're the person who only does the work when it's convenient, I hate to tell you that you're less likely to keep your hard-earned results and let alone achieve the body of your dreams. If you didn't already know, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. There will always be something right in front of you, testing whether you can stay consistent regardless of the situation you're dealing with. And all this could come in the form of kids graduating, summertime, holidays, divorce, breakup, layoff, vacation, and you'll have 1,000 other reasons for you to not stay consistent. And guess what? Most people will fall off telling themselves that it got too hard and they're waiting for the next perfect time to start their fitness journey. I can guarantee you that if you think back to last Thursday, you would have no idea what you did, because you're just running it on autopilot, telling yourself the same story every single day that you're being too busy. If you can't find at least 30 minutes out of your day to keep doing what got you results in the first place, I hate to tell you that. It's not that you're too busy, it is just health is now your number one priority. I know you can do it in an ideal situation. Well, everyone can. But can you do it when it gets hard? If you can push through when it gets hard, you will thrive when it gets easier. In case if this feels impossible, let me tell you this. If busy moms with 2+ kids and nurses working 12+ hour shifts and busy professionals working a stressful 9 to 5 can do this, so can you. Now, number 5 on the list. Your beliefs can either make or break your progress. And this can be a bit complex, but I'll try to make it as simple as possible. And yet, this is one of the reasons that keeps 99% of people stuck. To make it simple, beliefs are just a ceiling that you set for yourself, a perception of what you think you can achieve or what you think you deserve. And in most cases, the same ceiling that you set for yourself are the ones that are keeping you stuck from achieving your true potential. Your beliefs can come from the people who have influenced you in the past or the people who you surround yourself with. And what's funny is that when you hold a certain belief, you'll avoid the evidence that's presented right in front of you, proving that your belief might be wrong, but instead, you will still keep searching for these unknown evidence just to prove yourself right. For example, if you don't believe you can lose weight, you would never even take the first step, and that will keep you stuck. If you don't believe it's possible for you to look like the woman you see on social media, you will end up setting some mediocre goals and start working towards something that's actually below your potential, and that will keep you stuck. This is how your own beliefs are keeping you stuck, and there are only two ways in order to break that belief and become the woman who you always wanted to be. Number one, set positive beliefs. If you ever find yourself not trying to achieve something because you think you can't, instead of saying I can't, ask yourself, why can't I? And challenge yourself to take action. Second, find an accident proof. For example, if you believe you can't lose weight while working a 9 to 5, while spending time with your friends and family, and by not avoiding any of your favorite foods, you would never even bother trying. But when you accidentally find someone who's in your same exact shoes and with the same exact responsibilities, lose weight and get into the best shape they ever been, well, there you found an accident proof. That will give you hope, showing it's still possible, and slowly you will start to crush your own ceilings and you will start to aim for something bigger. Even in both of these cases, you are still unsure whether you can make this happen because you don't have the proof for yourself. And until you find that proof, you'll have that doubt inside your mind whether you can make this transformation a reality. And this is how you find that proof. And that is done by setting micro commitments, following through on your own promises, and doing what you said you were going to do. 99% of people find it super hard. And if it was easy, everyone would have achieved their dream body in their first attempt. But that's where a coach comes in. A person who can see your potential and push you outside your comfort zone. A person who can give you an outside perspective and pinpoint where you're falling short or what you're doing wrong. A person who can remove all the confusions and pave the way for you to break your own beliefs and become the person who you always wanted to be. If you can't do it for yourself, it's never too late to ask for help. Now let's move to the sixth one on the list. The rate of your progress in fitness have a direct correlation with your ability to make behavior modifications. Let me tell you the one thing that's proven right every single time. Regardless of whether you're trained by the world's best coach and regardless of how consistent and motivated you are, there will still be moments where you will feel like quitting. And that's not because there is something wrong with you. It is just because you're dealing with your own behaviors that got you into the situation. Same ones you've been practicing since the time you had 2 brain cells, and that's not far off. You will feel like quitting just 3 to 4 weeks in. Because think about it. If it was that easy, why do you think there is a 90% cancellation rate in commercial gyms that happen within the first 2 to 3 months? People will always choose what's familiar over what's good because it feels safe and it feels predictable. And when it gets hard, you will have those huge temptations to fall back into your old habits because that's what feels safe. And that's where you've been living for your entire life. But that is the real test of how badly you want to make these behavior modifications and become the person who you always want to be. And in simple terms, how badly you want to make this transformation a reality. In these tough moments, you have 2 choices. It's either to give up saying it's super hard and revert back into your old habits and patterns and the same ones that got you into the situation, regretting that you never achieved your true potential. Or you can turn off your brain and do the actions that's actually going to get to your goals, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the circumstance, and regardless of how demotivated you are. Prove to yourself that you are the person who you say you are, and that is how you make that transformation a reality. The moment it feels hard is the exact moment you need to push hard. Last but not least, don't let failures stop you from trying again. I get it. You've tried everything under the sun, but nothing worked, and now you're skeptical whether if it's even possible for you to make the transformation a reality. The fact that I want you to understand is failures happen for a reason, and they are always here is to teach you a lesson and for you to learn from it. Instead of viewing failures from a negative perspective, ask yourself, what went wrong? What is something that I could have done better, and how can I stop this from happening the next time? If you don't do this, you will keep repeating the same mistakes again and again, staying stuck, which will eventually lead you to say, this isn't working, so I might as well just quit. Let this be your sign to roll up the sleeves and go after the same goal you have failed multiple times in the past. And if you still don't have courage, let me show you who else has failed in the past. Reggie, a head nurse working 12-plus-hour graveyard shift and a mom of a beautiful 3-year-old. She was once struggling because she couldn't find anything that fits her schedule and failed over and over. But fast forward now, she lost 15 plus pounds and completely transformed her lifestyle. Mithu didn't fail for a month or two. She failed for over 2 years. She couldn't lose a single pound despite trying every diet you can think of, and all while dealing with PCOS. But now, I let her results speak for itself. Reshma, a mom of 2, failed multiple times in the past trying to lose her postpartum weight, all while dealing with the diastasis erectile. Fast forward now, she lost over 10 pounds and 7 inches off her waist and having more energy to play with the kids. Then there's Divya. She hit complete rock bottom without knowing what to do or where to start. But fast forward now, she lost over 25 pounds, snatched her waist, and is in the best shape she's ever been with unshakable self-confidence. And there are countless other examples of these stories. They are no different than you. These are the same woman who was once just like you, and the only difference is they didn't let failures stop them from being the woman they always wanted to be. If they can do it, even after failing countless times, so can you. Now, this doesn't mean they got the results just because they joined our program. For them, they just wanted more information or an expert advice to pinpoint what's going wrong, so they didn't have to find the solution all by themselves. In simple terms, the more information you have, the easier it becomes to identify what's going wrong. Even though I provide a lot of free trainings on YouTube, we also have a free community where we share in-depth, exclusive, more advanced training just for the community members. Women all over the world has gotten tremendous results with just the trainings inside the community. If you have tried everything under the sun and still don't know what's going wrong, I highly recommend checking out trainings inside the community, and a little nugget from those trainings can change your entire trajectory and let you know exactly what's going wrong. So as always, the link will be in the description, and again, I want to make this abundantly clear. There is absolutely no strings attached. You can either watch the free content inside the community and figure it out by yourself so you can finally achieve the body of your dreams and know exactly what's been keeping you stuck. Or if you want us to do the complicated work for you, you exactly know where to find us. Regardless, I just want to see you win. And that is how I build my legacy. So again, you are the only person that's keeping you stuck, and your dream body is always outside your comfort zone.